Can you hear that for us today? That God is here in the city, and that a river is running through it. A river, an image of new life, of hope. Now there is no metaphor, or there is no river in Jerusalem. It was meant to be very metaphorical of this divine presence sweeping through their land. For us, we do have a river flowing through our city, but still need to latch onto that metaphor of God's presence gushing, flowing through our city. And it starts, as we talked about last week, in hearing God's promise, God's love for each of us. Then drawing close to this hope. Connecting. No longer estranged. Reaching out to neighbor and creation. If we are going to be a new and reforming church today, these have to be our basis. And we need to look at new ways that we are going to live this out. Some of you may have seen in the news the way that studies are going on about how young people are falling away from the church at record numbers. Because the church doesn't seem to embrace science or technology. That the church has become known for not welcoming folks who are gay and lesbian, bisexual, and transgender, or those who are different. That young people don't just want to sit in committee meetings, but they want to do something. They want to feel like they're part of something. Are we up for that challenge? To be a church that will engage science and technology, that will continue to welcome people into these doors. And I've heard it said, and would venture to say, some of the things that these young people are talking about in terms of welcoming folks who are gay and lesbian doesn't seem to be a big deal here anymore. But what about folks who are bisexual or transgender? Or those who are struggling economically, those who are living with addiction or mental illness, those who don't look quite like us. If we are going to be a reforming church, we need to make this happen. And now. And living faithfully, vibrantly. Are you up for the challenges that are before us? Are you up to being a reformed and reforming church? Are you ready to live this word of grace now and into the future? I'm seeing blank stares. It's a big quest and challenge. But what I want to hear is I want to hear the people here today say, yes, amen. So, are you ready to be a reformed and reforming church?
Yes. Amen.
And are you willing to live God's grace?
Yes. Amen.
And will we be God's people here and now and into the future?
Yes.
Amen.